Welcome to today's deep dive session where we're breaking down powerful, realistic sample answers to one of the most important interview questions. Tell me about yourself. If you're a business administration graduate or you're applying for roles in operations, admin support, coordination, customer success, or entry-level corporate positions, this is built exactly for you. We're not using generic lines, we're not using textbook answers, and we're definitely not using robotic, calculated phrases that employers have heard 1,000 times. Instead, we'll work through answers that sound natural, grounded in genuine experience, and built around small achievements that matter. Even if you think you don't have much experience, these examples will help you highlight what you did accomplish, not what you wish you accomplished. We start with our first sample answer for a business administration graduate. Listen closely to the rhythm, the pacing, and the structure, because the way you deliver the answer matters just as much as the answer itself.
Operations and process improvement focus. Let's begin with a strong example for candidates who enjoy fixing small inefficiencies and keeping things organized. Pay attention to how this answer uses simple metrics to make the story feel real. Here is how a business administration graduate with an operations mindset might answer the question, "Tell me about yourself." I recently completed my degree in business administration, and most of my hands-on experience comes from improving small processes that help teams work smoother and faster. During my internship with a logistics company, I noticed that the weekly shipment tracking sheet was difficult to follow. Updates were scattered, and the format was inconsistent. The team spent too much time correcting errors before meetings. I rebuilt the tracking sheet using a cleaner layout and automated formulas. After the redesign, the team was able to update shipment statuses about 40% faster. It reduced delays, cut unnecessary back-and-forth messages, and helped supervisors review updates with fewer mistakes. I also worked as a student assistant for 2 semesters. I handled scheduling, document sorting, and follow-ups for different departments. That experience taught me how to stay organized without needing constant reminders. I became more comfortable asking clarifying questions, preparing information ahead of time, and keeping everything easy for the team to understand. Right now, I am looking for an operations or administrative role where I can support a team by keeping tasks organized, improving small workflows, and helping daily activities run smoothly. This answer works because it focuses on realistic improvements that a new graduate actually handles. Nothing exaggerated and nothing oversold. That example is practical and believable. Now, let's look at a different style that highlights leadership through coordination and consistency rather than titles. Leadership and coordination focus. This next version is great if you have experience coordinating teams or keeping group projects moving. Listen to how leadership is shown through responsibility. Here is how a business administration graduate with coordination experience might introduce themselves. I studied business administration with a strong interest in project coordination. One of my best experiences came from a student consulting project where we partnered with a local retail shop. I served as the team coordinator. I organized weekly goals, assigned tasks, and made sure communication stayed clear. Our main achievement was helping the shop improve their product display strategy. After testing new layouts, the shop reported around a 12% increase in weekend sales the following month. My role was not complicated, but it required consistency, follow-through, and making sure the shop could manage the changes long-term. I also completed an internship in an administrative support role, where I prepared meeting notes, updated trackers, and communicated with different teams. Now, I'm looking to continue building my coordination skills in a role where planning, communication, and teamwork play a major part. This version highlights leadership through responsibility instead of titles. You are showing what you actually did, not claiming to be in charge. Great. Now let's shift into a version that works perfectly for graduates with analytical strengths. Analytical and data-driven version. This next sample is ideal for candidates who enjoy organizing information, cleaning data, or supporting teams with accurate details.
Here's how a data-focused business administration graduate might answer the question. I recently graduated with a business administration degree, but a lot of my strengths lean toward data organization and analysis. During my internship with an HR department, my main task was cleaning up their applicant database. I reorganized files, removed duplicates, and updated outdated entries. That cleanup reduced search time by almost half, which helped recruiters reach candidates faster. I also completed a research project studying student spending behavior at our campus store. I collected data from around 200 students, organized it into categories, and built a simple dashboard to visualize trends. It helped the store identify which items needed to be stocked more aggressively during peak periods. Now I am looking for a role where I can support data-driven decision-making by keeping information accurate, clean, and easy for teams to use. This answer works for anyone who is good with numbers or organizing information, even without advanced technical skills. Now that we have an analytical version, let's move into a more customer-focused style that shows both service and problem-solving.
Customer experience and problem-solving. This next approach is perfect for graduates who worked in customer-facing jobs while studying. Here's how a business administration graduate with customer service experience might introduce themselves. I studied business administration, but most of my practical experience comes from customer-facing roles I worked during school. I spent almost 2 years assisting customers, processing orders, and handling simple troubleshooting. One improvement I introduced was a small checklist for order verification during peak hours. Using that checklist reduced wrong item reports by around 25% over the next few months. My coursework also covered marketing and operations, which helped me understand how customer feedback connects to internal processes. Right now, I am looking for a role where I can combine my customer experience background with business operations to support smoother workflows and better service. This answer helps employers see that you understand both customer needs and internal processes, which is a strong combination. Great. Now, let's move into an answer that highlights multitasking and reliability, which many entry-level roles require. Multitasking and reliability. This next version is ideal if you balanced school, work, and projects at the same time. Here is how a multitasking business administration graduate might respond. I recently finished my business administration degree, and one strength I built over the last few years is managing several responsibilities at once. During my final year, I balanced a part-time admin job, a full academic load, and a capstone project. In my admin job, I handled scheduling, prepared small reports, and coordinated with suppliers. I also created a weekly update template that reduced unnecessary email threads and helped our team have more focused meetings. My capstone project involved mapping workflow inefficiencies for a small office. Our recommendations helped the office remove unnecessary steps and save time on recurring tasks. Now I am looking for a role where I can bring structure, consistency, and practical problem-solving to daily operations. This version positions you as dependable, someone who can manage multiple responsibilities without losing accuracy. Great pacing. Now let's switch to a clean, professional version suited for corporate environments. Quick pause before we continue. If these examples are helping you shape your own answer, follow Career Prep View on all social media platforms. You'll get daily interview tips, sample answers, and simple breakdowns that help you feel more prepared for every opportunity. Now, let's keep moving. Entry-level corporate professionalism. This next answer is best for office environments, HR teams, and administrative settings. Here is how a graduate entering a corporate environment might introduce themselves. I recently completed my business administration degree, and most of my experience is centered on supporting teams and helping processes run smoothly behind the scenes. During my internship at a corporate office, I learned how to prepare meeting minutes, update trackers, and communicate with multiple departments. One contribution I made was organizing the team's internal shared drive. I created a folder structure that made documents easier to find, which reduced confusion and saved time during meetings. Now I am looking to continue building my skills in a structured environment that values communication, organization, and teamwork.
This is ideal for corporate administrative roles, HR assistant positions, or any office-based job. Now, here is another angle that highlights efficiency and workflow improvements. Efficiency and workflow improvement. This version is great if your strengths involve improving tools and simplifying daily routines. Here's how a workflow-focused graduate might answer. I recently earned my business administration degree, and I tend to focus on making processes faster and easier. During my internship, I helped digitize several manual forms the team used daily. This reduced paper-based errors and saved the team meaningful time each week. I also supported weekly reporting by organizing data, preparing summaries, and highlighting small issues before they became bigger problems. Now I am hoping to join a team where I can continue improving workflows and supporting day-to-day operations. This answer is realistic and relevant to admin, operations, and general office roles. Great! Now let's move into a more communication-centered version. Communication and people focus. This next answer is perfect if your strengths are communication, coordination, and working with people. Here's how a communication-focused business administration graduate might respond. I studied business administration, and I have always been drawn to roles that involve communication and people interaction. During my part-time job, I handled inquiries, coordinated with suppliers, and supported my supervisor with follow-up calls. I became someone the team relied on when tasks required clear communication and timely updates. In school, I worked on group projects where I often organized discussions and made sure deadlines were met. Now I'm looking for an entry-level role where communication, coordination, and relationship building are essential. This version is strong for HR roles, customer success positions, and coordination-focused jobs. Now let's switch into a more detail-oriented approach. Detail-oriented and accuracy focus. This answer is ideal for graduates who excel in accuracy, documentation, and structured work. Here's how a detail-oriented business administration graduate might answer. I graduated with a business administration degree, and one area I consistently excel in is accuracy. During my internship, I handled data entry and document review. I built a habit of double-checking entries, which helped reduce small mistakes in weekly reports. My supervisor appreciated that I caught errors before they reached the team. I also organized financial receipts for a student organization, categorized expenses, and helped prepare monthly summaries that kept our budget on track. Now, I'm looking for a role where I can use my strengths in accuracy, organization, and structured work. This answer works when applying for roles that require precision or compliance. Now, let's glow this set with a strong, growth-oriented example. Career-driven and growth-oriented. This sample is perfect for candidates who want to show ambition without sounding unrealistic. Here is how a growth-focused graduate might introduce themselves. I recently graduated with a degree in business administration, and what motivates me the most is long-term growth. During my internship, I supported daily operations and administrative tasks. I also took initiative to learn beyond my responsibilities by asking questions, observing how departments collaborate, and understanding how decisions are made. I contributed by preparing summaries, tracking progress, and identifying small issues before they affected deadlines. I enjoy environments where learning is continuous and where I can take on more responsibility over time. Now I am looking for a role where I can build a strong foundation, contribute consistently, and grow into more advanced responsibilities. This version shows ambition while staying realistic and grounded. That wraps up this batch of samples. Each one gives a different angle that new graduates can confidently use. That brings us to the end of today's guide on Tell Me About Yourself answers for business administration fresh graduates. If this helped you present your experience with more clarity and confidence, make sure to follow Career Prep View on all social media for more practical interview tips and career content. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.